Nobody at the coffee shop knows who you are. That's the whole point. You're in the corner booth. Same one, every Tuesday. 8:47 a.m., give or take. Black coffee, $3.50. A book you've been on page 112 of for 3 weeks, because you keep getting distracted by your own thoughts. The barista, maybe 23, always has a pencil tucked behind her ear that she never actually uses. She calls you by your first name. She thinks you're a freelance accountant. Something about the way you stare at your phone sometimes. She said once, "You've got that number cruncher energy." You laughed. You said, "Yeah, something like that." Your phone buzzes. You look at it once, just once, then set it face down on the table. It's a dashboard alert. 14 rental units in Columbus just auto-collected monthly rent. $31,200 deposited. No phone calls, no chasing, no drama. You take a sip of coffee. This is your life, and it looks nothing like what people picture when they hear the word. It started 11 years ago with a broken vending machine, which is not exactly the origin story people want to hear. No garage in Silicon Valley, no drunk epiphany at 2 in the morning. Just a Tuesday in the break room of a logistics company in Columbus, Ohio, and a machine that ate Marcus from accounting's last dollar bill for the 3rd time that month. You were 26, miserable in a quiet, manageable way. The kind of miserable where you still showed up on time and answered emails, but something behind your eyes had already checked out. You watched Marcus slap the machine twice, mutter something, and walk away. The building manager gave you the shrug of a man who had long since stopped caring. And you just stood there, looking at it. 300 people in this building. They all need snacks. They all need that afternoon sugar hit. And the company that owns these machines keeps dropping the ball because this account isn't big enough for them to care about. You did the math in your head for 45 minutes that night, standing in your kitchen, cold pasta on the stove, doing math. You called 6 vending companies, found one willing to lease machines at a rate that made sense, negotiated a placement deal with the building manager, 15% of gross, exclusive access, handshake in a conference room on a Thursday. You drove those machines yourself the first weekend, borrowed your buddy Travis's pickup truck and didn't tell him what it was for. The first month, $340 profit after every cost. $340. You remember standing in your bathroom, looking in the mirror, thinking, "Is this stupid? This feels stupid." But you reinvested it, every cent. Second building by month 4, third by month 7. You were still clocking in at the logistics job. You told nobody. By year 3, 43 machines, 11 buildings, one part-time assistant named Kevin who thought you were just a guy with a side hustle. Monthly profit, $8,900. Boring. Completely and totally boring. That was the day you understood something. The boring stuff doesn't fail dramatically. It doesn't spike on Twitter. Nobody writes a think piece about it. It just sits there making money, while everyone else is chasing the thing that shines. Here's the thing nobody tells you about real money. The silence isn't modesty, it's armor. The second people know, and I mean really know, something shifts in their face. You've seen it, this almost imperceptible recalibration. Suddenly, you're not just a person anymore. You're a resource, a solution to a problem they've had for years. Their cousin's food truck idea becomes your problem. Their underwater mortgage becomes a conversation they want to have at Thanksgiving. So you learn to disappear. Not hide exactly, just not announce. The car is a 2018 Honda CR-V with 84,000 miles. There's a coffee stain on the passenger seat from 2021 that you've never cleaned because, honestly, who cares? When people at networking events ask what you drive and you say Honda CR-V, you can actually watch them mentally downgrade their expectations of you. That downgrade is useful. That downgrade protects you in ways a Range Rover never could. The apartment is clean, 2 bedrooms, quiet neighborhood on the north side. You own the building, have owned it for 6 years, but you live in Unit 2B, and your name on the mailbox looks the same as every other name. Mrs. Patterson, in 4A, retired school teacher, spent 22 minutes in the hallway one October morning telling you about the leaking faucet under her kitchen sink. The absentee landlord, she called him, didn't even have the decency to respond to email.
You nodded. You apologized on his behalf like you were his spokesperson. Then you called your property manager from inside the elevator before the doors even opened on your floor. Plumber was there by noon. She slid a thank you note under your door. Thank you for listening. The world needs more of that. It's on your fridge. Has been for 2 years. There's something about that note that gets to you in a way your net worth never has. You're not sure you want to look at that too closely. By year 5, the vending machines had made enough to fund something even less glamorous. A laundromat. Not a startup. Not a tech-enabled disruption of the laundry vertical. A laundromat in a strip mall in Dayton that a 67-year-old man named Roy wanted to sell because his back hurt and his wife wanted to move to Scottsdale. You paid $43,000 cash, upgraded 3 machines, installed card readers, because Roy had been cash only since 1987. Hired a manager named Sandra, who had run a dry cleaner for 12 years and knew everything about everything. Revenue up 40% in 8 months. You were there twice in those 8 months. Then parking lots. 2 of them, bought through a municipal tax lien process that you found by reading city notices online at, and this is embarrassing, 10:45 p.m. on a Wednesday with a bowl of cereal in your lap. Nobody reads those notices. Nobody. $4,400 a month combined, managed entirely by a parking operator who takes 18% and handles everything, including the people who scream about tickets. Then self-storage, then a small commercial cleaning company whose owner, a 62-year-old guy named Frank, sat across from you in a Panera and said, "I just want someone to take care of my people." And you said, "I will." And you meant it. Then A.T. Miz, a modest fleet of them, sitting in convenience stores and small hotels, charging $3.50 a transaction to people who needed cash at 11 p.m. None of it exciting. Say that twice. Your accountant, sharp woman, been doing your books for 4 years, still gets slightly wide-eyed at your quarterly numbers. She called your portfolio aggressively boring once, meant it as mild criticism. You took it as a compliment, and she could tell, and that seemed to frustrate her a little, which you also didn't mind. It gets lonely, not in a way that makes you lie awake, not in a way you tell anyone. But there are whole conversations you can't have, whole parts of yourself you keep in a separate room that nobody gets to walk into. Your best friend since college, Ryan, good man, genuinely good man, coaches his daughter's soccer team on weekends, always picks up the tab when he can, which isn't always. He told you once over drinks that he just needed one break, just one thing to go his way. He's been saying that for 6 years. You've been listening for 6 years. You know with absolute certainty that you could solve most of his financial stress with a check written in under 60 seconds. You don't write the check. And that's not coldness. You need people to understand that. You watched what happened when you gave money to someone who wasn't ready for it. Your college roommate, Derek, $40,000 7 years ago. He had a plan, a dream, and a way of talking about things that made you believe. The money was gone in 14 months. The friendship took 2 years to recover, and it came back different, quieter. With a scar on it, you can both feel, but neither of you mentions. Money doesn't fix preparation. It just accelerates whatever's already there. So instead, you spent 3 Saturdays sitting at Ryan's kitchen table with his laptop open, building him a spreadsheet to track his household cash flow. You talked about it like you just read about it somewhere. He didn't know you'd been doing this since you were 26. He got it. You watched the light come on behind his eyes. He texted you 2 weeks later. Man, I didn't realize how much was just leaking out. Yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing. Small, slow, inconveniently real. You crossed $950 million in net asset value on a Thursday afternoon. Your accountant Carol sent the reconciliation at 3:12 p.m. Subject line, Q3 summary, no exclamation point. Carol is not an exclamation point person. You were at Kroger, standing in the condiments aisle, genuinely deliberating between 2 brands of pasta sauce, because one was $2.79 and one was $3.49, and you couldn't remember which one you liked better. You read the email. You stood there for a moment. You bought both sauces. You went home. You made dinner. The $3.49 sauce was, in fact, better. You sat on your balcony and watched the street and drank a beer that cost $1.39 from a 6-pack you'd bought Tuesday. No one called to congratulate you. Nobody knew. The city moved the same way it always moves, unhurried, indifferent, enormous. There was something in your chest, though. Not pride, exactly. Not relief. Something more like recognition. Like a long, slow nod at yourself across a very large distance of time. You thought about a 26-year-old kid borrowing a pickup truck on a Saturday morning, moving a vending machine alone into a building while the security guard watched, with that particular expression and people save for things they think are a waste of time. You thought he would not believe this. You thought every single boring Friday night was worth it. Then you finished your beer, washed the pan, and went to bed. Tuesday, corner booth, black coffee. Your phone shows 2 messages from your property manager in Columbus, a quarterly operations report from the Dayton laundromat, and a missed call from a number that turns out, when you search it, to belong to the owner of a small HVAC servicing company in Indianapolis. According to his LinkedIn, he's 64, has run the company for 21 years, and just added considering transition options to his bio 3 weeks ago. You add it to a list. The list has 11 names on it. The barista comes by, pencil still behind the ear, still unused. Same time next week? Same time next week? She refills your coffee without asking. She's been doing that long enough that she knows. She doesn't know you own 3 buildings within 4 blocks of where she's standing right now. She doesn't know your machines are in the hospital 2 blocks north, that your ATM is in the 7-Eleven at the corner she walks past every morning, that the parking structure she uses when she picks up extra shifts charges $8 a day, and has for 2 years, and the profits route quietly into an account she will never see. She knows you're the guy in the corner. You tip well. You always bring a book even if you never seem to get very far in it. You open it, page 112. Somewhere out there, 14 different boring businesses are running without you. You read. That's enough. It's more than enough. It's everything.